friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have a full beat on this face right here. This is the tutorial that we're going to be creating using the So Jaded palette, Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. I am obsessed with that palette, you guys, like obsessed, and this is the look that I decided to do today. Also in today's video I am going to be trying out a couple of tricks, a couple of tips from Scott Barnes that he did with Tati in their video. I'm going to be trying out the way that he does makeup. I want to say has a different approach on makeup, a different perspective than I do, and I feel like that's what it's all about. I feel like we all see makeup differently, we play around with it, you know, differently. And as far as like makeup application, we do foundation, then concealer, then contour, then powder, you know what I mean? And I feel like he does it so backwards. Like first he starts with concealer and then contour and then powder, and I feel like he just does things a little bit different. So today I did do my face using his techniques, so you guys are going to see in the video if I liked it, if I didn't like it, what I think of it, and all of that jazz. Just keep in mind that makeup works differently on everyone. That's the beauty of makeup. Products that might work out for me might not work out for you, and vice versa. It's the beauty of makeup. I also feel like I'm learning something new every single day that has to do with makeup, that has to do what I do. I'm not a pro at makeup at all whatsoever. I also don't consider myself to be like a makeup artist or anything like that. I like makeup, I like doing makeup, I like transforming my face. Anyways guys, enough of the rambling. Before we get started into the video though, if you're not yet a part of our TSQUAD family, please subscribe down below, and right next to it there is a bell. Don't forget to turn that on so YouTube alerts you when I do upload, which is 3 times a week, every single week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You do not want to miss out on the fun. We do a lot of makeup tutorials here. We chit chat, you know, we review things, you know what I mean? Before I let you guys go, don't forget to follow me on social media, Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. Also, thumbs up this video if you like my tutorials. And with that being said, guys, if you want to learn how to recreate this eye makeup look, if you want to know what's on my skin, you want to know the tricks and tips that I learned from Scott Barnes, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna pull my hair back because I want it out of my way. So today, since we're going to be doing things the Scott Barnes's way, we are not going to be priming our skin. He says, why do we need a primer? Like, why a primer? So he's all up against the primer life, I guess. We're not going to prime our skin. I only have moisturizer on my skin, that is it. Skipping the primer, he does start with concealer, and I'm obviously not going to be using the products that he uses in his video. We're basically just going to be testing out the techniques that he does as a makeup artist. I'm going to be taking a mixture of these two just because this one is more on the matte side, this one is more on the hydrating side, so I really want to mix the two. But I'm going to start with the CoverGirl one. Like I mentioned, he does skip primer, he just goes straight into concealer, and he also skips foundation, which is weird. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do their makeup this way. I feel like this is like going backwards in a way, but we're gonna give it a go. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. I'm going to bring it also to the sides of my nose right here. It also does the chin and obviously the forehead. I feel like I went a little ham on the nose area, but we're just gonna roll with it. I think that's all he did on her. I was going to be using this one, but I'm actually not because I feel like I have too much going on already. He also does this right here. I'm guessing for your smile line, I don't know. Okay guys, so now that I have, you know, the highlighted areas or whatever, I'm gonna take the AOA Studio F29 brush, which he uses something similar to this flat brush. And I'm going to go ahead and blend everything out. I've never seen anyone do their makeup this way, but I mean, he is the master, he's the pro, he knows what he's doing, so we're going to follow him, you know? I feel like this concealer is a little bit too matte to put it on my skin directly without any like primer or foundation. It's almost like hard to blend. Okay guys, so now we're gonna move on to obviously the contour, which he's actually really big on contour. I don't know how to contour my nose, but let's pray. Let's pray that everything comes out good. I am going to grab this and I'm just gonna swirl my brush in here, and I'm scared. I obviously want to shrink the forehead. So we're going to apply some on the forehead. I like where he curves it right here almost. Probably need like a different brush, but we're gonna curve it right here. Like that. And then he also takes right underneath of the jawline. Oh my gosh, I look so hideous right now. So we have that, and now we're going to go ahead and do the nose. And for the nose, I'm actually going to take a flat definer brush, pick up some product, and I'm going to go ahead and do like 2 lines like this. I'm so scared. Keep in mind, I suck at nose contouring, but he does do something like this, like 2 really straight lines. So just like that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and further blend this out. He doesn't use sponges, he actually just uses brushes, I believe. Okay, I'm also going to take the flat definer brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on top of my lid because I did see him do this, and then underneath of my lid. Oh my goodness gracious, I hope this comes together because right now I am scaring myself. Like, I'm really scaring myself. So now we're gonna move on to foundation. Go ahead and take this clean ALIGHT foundation, and I'm gonna take 2 pumps on the back of my hand. I'm gonna pick up my brush, and then we're gonna go ahead and blend this together. He also does like tapping motions rather than like dragging the product all over the place, if that makes sense. We're gonna move on to setting the skin, but before I set the skin, I'm going to take my beauty sponge, wrap it in this paper towel, just like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and soak up any like excess oil. It's not going to take the pigment off of the foundation or whatever I have going on. This is going to remove any oil that the foundation might have, or like the products that I use. Since I did use a lot of cream products, well, everything on my skin is obviously cream, I want to remove the excess oil, and we're doing a good job of doing that. Alright guys, so now we're going to move on to setting the skin, and I'm going to take my Collab setting powder, and I'm going to go ahead and take this on a Morphe M438 brush. I'm going to dip it in there, tap off the excess, and then I'm going to go ahead and lightly set my skin. Like, he does things so like delicately almost that it feels like he's painting on a canvas, you know? Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. I'm gonna do this step super fast because like I suck at brows, like I really do. Even if I watch like the master of the masters, you know, I just suck at them. So I did see Wayne Gauze talk about if your brows are closer together, then it does make your nose look like slimmer, I guess, and my nose is just like not the business, you know? So we're gonna do what we're gonna do. Alright guys, my brows are done. What do you guys think? Does the nose look better? I don't think it looks better, but I think my brows don't look too bad following their techniques, obviously. So now we're gonna move on to bronzer, and for bronzer I'm gonna take this one right here by Morphe. I'm gonna go ahead and take it on my brush and begin by bronzing. Like I said, he does bring it in here, so that's what I'm doing. Now with the same brush, I'm going to take the Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Shadow Play to contour my skin. Okay guys, so now that we have that done, I want to say everything looks good, but it's just not like what I do. It's not what I'm used to, so I kind of see myself a little bit too dark for my liking. Maybe I'm just used to doing things the way that I do them. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a sponge and grab some of the Lyric shade to kind of brighten up my under eyes. Also gonna go ahead and cut my cheekbones a little bit, just like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and dust away the excess powder. I feel like for someone that wants to look like super bronzy like JLo, I think that'll work perfectly well, but not for me. I'm gonna move on to blush, and I'm gonna take the Catrice blush box in the shade Golden Coral, which is my favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and do some tapping motions and drag it outwards. Alright guys, so now we're gonna move on to the eyeshadow portion of the video. We're gonna leave the trying to follow Scott Barnes' tips. We're gonna leave that to the side. And we're just gonna continue with the eyes, how I normally do them, obviously. And today we're gonna be using, again, the So Jaded Kathleen Lights palette. This has become like my obsession, you guys. I feel like it just launched in perfect timing right now that it's fall and the holiday season is coming, just because I feel like it's a palette that you can use all year round. This is the look that we're going to be doing today. I really wanted to use the lime green shimmery shadow here. I was going to do like an all cool tone look, and then it just ended up with this, so this is what we're doing. I don't know if I'm going to keep these lashes, you guys. I'm kind of like thinking about the lashes right now, but we're just gonna move on. So I do have some translucent powder underneath of my eyes. I'm gonna begin with a Morphe M518 brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade Rose Quartz right here. I did notice that once I applied this shadow, it just was not working out for me, but I'm still going to apply it to this eye because I applied it to the other eye and I want everything to look obviously the same. Usually when I don't have a look planned like today, I just start playing with colors and then I end up forgetting what I used. But I'm gonna go ahead and rock this on my crease area to act as a transition shade. Windshield wiper motions back and forth, you guys know the drill. And I'm also bringing this to my inner corner as well. With the exact same brush, I'm gonna pick up the shade Geodude, which is this one right here. I feel like that one has like a cool tone undertone, like a cool tone undertone, like a cool tone base. And same thing, I'm just gonna go ahead and rock this on my crease area, right on top of the first shade that I have going on. This one is more of like a cool tone baby brown shade, so it is going to give us that little bit of warmth as well. Now I'm going to pick up some of the shade Garnet right here, and then I'm going to go straight into Citrine, which is this one right here. I'm just going to take a very small amount of these two shades, and same thing, I'm just going to go ahead and bring them on my upper crease. These are the shadows that I want to pop. As you guys can see on this side, we have that like orangey red peeking through. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take a clean blending brush, and I'm going to go ahead and blend all of that together. We are now going to take a Morphe R39 brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade Stoned, which Stoned is a cool tone brown gray. It's like in between a brown and a gray. It does have a cool tone base to it. And I'm just going to begin by patting that on the outer corner, and then slowly I'm going to start to blend it out. I'm also only concentrating this shade on the outer V because, as you guys can see on this eye, I just want the outer V to look intense or dark, I guess you can say. Once I have it laid on there, I'm just going to take very tiny small circular motions and blend it into my crease area. Now I'm just going to go back into my clean blending brush to kind of blend everything out, blend the outer corner as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and build the intensity of that stoned shade, because I feel like the more I blend, the more it just not goes away, but it just gets more diffused, I guess you can say. And I really want it to pop, so I'm gonna go back into the yellow shade, which was citrine. I think it's citrine. And I'm gonna go ahead and run it right here above, close to my brow bone. Now that we have that nice and settled, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a Morphe 213, which is a super tiny flat brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade My Precious, which is a matte bone color, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop it right here on my brow bone. This is just going to help clean up this area in case I went a little ham on the shadow up here. Picking up my clean brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and one more time blend everything out. Make sure that everything looks nice and seamless. You guys know the drill. Now we're gonna move on to the shade Period. Is it Period? Period. I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna pick it up with my finger. You don't really need Fix Plus or anything to wet this shade, as you guys are going to be able to see right now. It is intense. Like, do you guys see that? Yes. I'm telling you guys, like I said it in my review, ColourPop has my all-time favorite eyeshadow formula, and I've tried a lot, you guys. And let's just say that it beats Jeffree Star formula. And I know that's like huge because I really like his liquid lipsticks, but ColourPop just never lets me down, you know? Not to mention that they're like super affordable. As you guys are able to tell, I'm not even cutting my crease, and look at how pigmented and intense this shimmery shadow is. Like, wow. I love it. And I don't really want to bring it to my inner corner because I'm going to apply the shade Topaz on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe it away a little bit. I'm going to go back into my Morphe R39 and I'm going to go ahead and blend inwards. The reason why I'm blending inwards with a little bit of shadow is because I don't want that Period shade to go like all over. I'm going to pick up some of Citrine, which is the yellow one or the orange one, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and run it. This looks so freaking beautiful, you guys. It is crazy. Like, it's insane how pretty these shadows perform. Kathleen Lights and ColourPop did that. I also have like all of her collections. Do you guys have all her collections? Now we're going to go ahead and apply some mascara to my top lashes. This one is by NYX. It's one of my favorite. Now I'm going to go ahead and take some glue. This is lash glue. And I'm going to go ahead and apply it in my inner corner. We're going to dip back into the palette and I'm going to pick up the shade Topaz, which is the glitter. And supposedly, you're not supposed to use it on your eyes, but you guys know me, I'm a rebel. Here I am. I think it looks so pretty, you know? We're gonna do that, like that. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe away this powder. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and take these right here, which are Dubai from the Makeup Shack. I'm gonna let my lash glue dry and we're gonna move on to the lower lash line. Actually, I didn't really do anything crazy down there. I'm gonna pick up a small blending brush. I believe this is the 506, yes. And I'm going to pick up some of Garnet, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and run this on my lower lash line here. Now I'm gonna pick up some of Stone, which is a cool tone dark brown. I'm just gonna go ahead and darken that area up a little bit. I was going to switch brushes, but I'm not. I'm gonna pick up Citrine, which is the orange or yellow, whatever. I'm gonna run it. Now we're gonna move on to setting the skin. I'm gonna take my Morphe Continuous Mist. Just a little bit for the highlight. And for highlight, I'm gonna take the OMG palette by Jadis. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Aura. And we're gonna go ahead and apply some. Look at that, you guys. Like, this is so pigmented. I love it. And it's not chunky or like glittery or anything like that. You guys know that I actually hate highlight that's chunky or glittery. This one almost just melts into your skin, which is what I like. I'm gonna move on to the lipstick. Or should we do like an orange? Ooh, how would this one look? This is like an orange one. Or this one. How would this one look? What color is this? I think orange is gonna be too much for this look. Let me see. That is too orange, right? Like too red? I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like it's a lot with the eyes already. Yeah, I feel like it's too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off. Because, ooh, I forget sometimes how intense ColourPop liquid lipsticks are. Alright guys, and I actually changed the lip color. I went with the eye lips that I in ColourPop in Sueño de Coco with the Morphe lip liner in Sweet Tea. But this is the finished look right here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I actually really like how everything looks. I like how everything paired well together. Here is another tutorial using this palette. Let me know if you guys want to see more tutorials using this palette, because I was thinking of playing around with like the blues right here. Like, look at that blue right there. Or maybe like the purples, or even this black shade with specks of glitter. I would love to do more looks, or maybe something a bit more wearable as well. I don't know. Let me know, because I feel like we can definitely go from like a daytime look to a nighttime look to something super simple with this palette. I feel like you can achieve any kind of a look that you're looking for. I like a bronze goddess. Now, as far as the Scott Barnes tips for the contour foundation and all of that, I want to say that I'm poreless. I will say you are not able to see my pore area, but again, I did use a foundation that is good with pores. I like how my face looks. I feel like his approach on makeup and the way that he does things, it's a more like natural way, I guess you can put it. Everything just looks more blended and more evenly instead of like a harsh contour, which is what I like. I like something that's a little bit more full coverage, something that's just going to show up on my skin, which, you know, I like my contour to show, I guess you can say. I like my face to look structured, you know what I mean? I still learned a lot from his video with Tati, and I can't wait to go get that Neutrogena, what was that called? I don't remember what was it called, but it was a sunscreen, and they use it for the body to give like that like J-Lo glow appearance. So I can't wait to get my hands on that. But anyways guys, if you liked my tutorial, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It helps me a lot. Also, if you're not yet part of our T-Squad family and you would like to join, don't forget to subscribe at the link below, and right next to it there is a bell. Don't forget to turn that bell on so YouTube alerts you when I do upload a video, which is 3 times a week, every single week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media, Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. The links are in the description box below. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a couple of videos here on the screen so you guys can check my recent uploads in case you've missed them. With that being said, guys, I will catch you guys very soon in Friday's video. Bye, guys.